Welcome to episode 6 of the human body. Today we're talking about triceps. They say that in order to have a massive arm, you will be needing to train your tricep, which might be the reason why I don't have the biggest arm, because I don't really train triceps specifically, with the reason that I just have too many goals and I just need to limit myself in what I train in order to have more energy in the tank. But a fact of the tricep is that you train it almost instantly with pretty much every pushing exercise out there. They're moving houses besides me. So whether we're doing bench press, overhead press, weighted dips, weighted push-ups, handstand, but even with moves like the front lever, where you externally rotate your arm and push down, you're also training your tricep. Doing just these basic movements, besides the front lever, will already give you arm gain. So don't worry too much about, I need to do specific tricep work. But if you want to train your triceps a bit more intensely, what I would suggest is learning the L-sit. It's a compound movement of basically your abs, but also a lot of your arms. So what we do is, instead of like internally rotating our arms, we're trying to force them externally, I can't pronounce the word, which causes your tricep to get on the back side of your arm. So instead of the side, there will be pointing towards the back. This is very difficult, and doing it perfectly, especially in the beginning, is pretty much impossible. So what we do is we try to force it, but don't worry too much if you're not able to do it. I'm also not able to do it quite often, but I feel my tricep cramp up enormously. So shoulders down, a little bit back, arms externally rotated, and then trying the tucked version or just the regular version will give you gains. Reverse planche is another great movement. It's also a body weight movement. And what we do with the reverse planche, we kind of seat our feet on the floor and we do a reverse plank. So we only need this slight lean. Try to open up your chest and again rotate your arms externally and try to have this small lean. This exercise is pretty difficult, but it can be well adjusted to your level with the lean. You can also do these reverse planche lean pulses where you go into the lean, go out, go into the lean, 1 second, go out, go into the lean, 1 second, go out. Now you also have true isolation work where you just purely focus on the tricep and don't engage pretty much anything other at all. Skullcrushers, great exercise. Try to find a bench. You can either do this on a regular bar or with dumbbells. The benefit of doing it with dumbbells is that your arm has a little bit more free range of motion instead of it being fixed. So depending on how your elbow is feeling, I should switch to dumbbells or even bar, because for some people it will feel better. Anyway, try to lay on a bench and have your head on the outside of the bench, so kind of tilting backwards. What we do is we set the bar up in front of us like we're bench pressing, but instead of doing the bench press, we're gonna lean a bit more backwards with the weight, so our elbow is further than our shoulders. And all we're going to do is we're going to bend arms and we're going to try to reach like the back of the head. Once we're at the back of our head, we're going to just extend to the original position. So not the bench press position, but sort of lean back position. And what you will already notice with a few reps, especially if you get a little bit of light weight and get that mind-body connection, I'm stuttering, then you will instantly feel your tricep activated and it will even cramp up. Again, if the regular bar variation is a bit too painful for the elbows, first of all, lower the weight, and also try to switch to dumbbells in order to have that more free range of motion. Now you also have the body weight variation, in which we call tricep extensions. So what we do is we start on our knees and we slowly build up. We're going to have this horizontal body positioning. We're going to scoot our hands a little bit more forward away from our shoulders, and we're going to bend the arm, touch the floor with our elbow, and then we're just gonna do a tricep extension. Make sure the reps feel quite easy, and like I said, build up the strength. Okay, once we can do a pretty significant amount of reps, we can do it in a full position my throat. So this is actually a difficult movement. So if you're not able to do this, don't worry. Just build up again with the knee push-ups. And what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze everything in our core, and we're just going to slowly lower down, touch the floor with our elbows, and again, straighten your arm. Difficult movement, difficult movement. The movement gets even more difficult if we raise our arms more like under our shoulders, so we are more in a push-up position, because the range of motion will increase. Again, triceps are worked with a lot of exercises, even though it's not even the point of the exercise to do the triceps. With the weighted dip, for example, you are targeting your shoulders and your chest, but the tricep just gets engaged massively. Also with bench press, try to get it more close grip to activate more of the tricep. With push-ups, you name it, you always are activating your triceps, so don't really worry about them not becoming big. It's kind of like a genetic component. But if we do the isolation work, we will make sure we get all of our gains. Let's say without the isolation work, we get about 80 to 90% of our potential. And with the specific isolation work, we will get to 100%. So instead of having like a 20 kilogram arm, we'll have like a 16 kilogram arm, which is also fine. Again, for your energy, try to reserve your energy by limiting the amount of exercises we do. We don't have to do everything, okay? Do what is in your goal list. Okay, that was all for this video. I want to wish you good luck. Goodbye, cheers, ciao.